Shields, who's written a new book, and I highly encourage all people to read this. It's entitled, Brooke Shields is Not Allowed to Get Old. You are not. What prompted you to write this book?
I became a CEO at 58 of my company, Commence, which I started as a community. And my agents were saying, well, you know, this is, you started a company in this age, and you should write about it. And I said, I don't know if it's really that much of an interesting topic, but if they will let me do research as to what women go through in this era of their lives, starting at 40. And when you really look, when you really meet these women, they're fabulous. Mm-hmm. They don't have one foot in the grave, and they're not just dry and crunchy and horribly done, you know? Just because our ovaries are not popping out babies, we actually still have validity and sex appeal.
I think it's like when you become your most productive self.
I think feel there's the clickbait, sexier or whatever,
right.
You know, the thing is, but I feel more in my own self. Mm-hmm. I feel freer, and all the women and all the research, and when you look at where women's confidence peaks and it's really an interesting thing. And so I started doing all this research for the company, mm-hmm. and then when we started doing hair care as the first thing we did, because our community wanted it, we call ourselves a care brand because that's what we do. We say, take care. Like, this is an era in a woman's life where you get to take care of yourself. Mm-hmm. You get to take the care that's offered to you from your friends, the people mm-hmm. that you've lived life with. Your kids are in a different place. Your relationships are different. And I said, this is a fabulous time.
Yes,
yeah, I do. I wish everything was tighter and higher and smoother and all that. But, okay, I earned all this.
I like the gravity. I think it's interesting.
In your book,
I can tie my knees in a knot, but...
In your book, you tell a scary story about ending up in an ambulance with Bradley Cooper.
So relatable, this story. Tell us.
I am just like the girl next door. I had a seizure. I was preparing to do a show at the Carlisle, a one-woman show, and I was so terrified of losing my voice that I just kept drinking water, copious amounts of water.
Too much water.
No, you
water
had
poisoning.
I
depleted myself, my whole of all the sodium. Yeah. Had a grand mal seizure.
Oh my God.
I was like, it was not pretty at all, and I was on the ground, and his assistant was called because we live near each other, and I woke up and Bradley Cooper was holding my hand, and I literally
Did you think you had passed over? Yeah.
I had a good run.
Yeah.
I had a good run.
And then what happened? And then what happened?
And then he held him and he goes, I'm going to go to the hospital with you. And I was like, okay, Bradley Cooper, you do that. I was like...
Are you like text friends? Do you text each other?
I've known him for years.
Can you put Bradley down as my medical emergency?
I can, yes.
Just in case something
resuscitation
happens?
in case.
Yeah,
I think so.
Me too.
Well, yeah. He had so much to say, and he brought these two retired cops. So basically, they don't let just people go into ambulances.
Well, apparently they do.
Unless you're American Sniper,
yes.
right? And it was like the seas parted. They pulled me into this private room, and my husband met me there, and my husband was on one side, Bradley Cooper's on the other, and I'm like, I'm okay.
Brooke Shields is Not Allowed to Get Old is available wherever books are sold. Go out and get it. Coming up next.